Smell good and look good. You don't know what you're missing. Okay, you all, I am back. I am back with another recipe. This soup is called Marry Me. Called Marry Me soup. Okay, this is my version of it. There are so many different versions of the soup, but this is my version. So, let's go to the kitchen. Let's get started. Okay. Sweet potatoes. I'm going to get like 2 sweet potatoes here. A big clove of garlic. 2 onions. Just regular onions. Leek. A whole, I guess, get a bunch of it. You know, it comes in a bunch. In the store. L-E-E-K. Of course, I got me some kale. Just a bunch of kale. Okay, we're going to use some olive oil. This is just to coat my pot for cooking. Yes, I'm not going to use a crock pot this time. Of course, I have vegetable broth. You all, vegetable broth. I'm probably going to use 32 ounces of vegetable broth. This one 32 ounce, another 32 ounce. I'm going to use some coconut milk. I'm going to use some chickpeas. A whole can of chickpeas. We have some medium shells. Probably use about 2 cups of that. Also, I'm going to use some paprika. Okay. I'm going to use some paprika. Probably at least a couple tablespoons of that. Probably a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. 2 tablespoons full of parsley. You all, I do a lot of cook by adding stuff. A lot of time I don't measure my stuff. Sea salt, coarse sea salt, a teaspoon. When it comes to salt, it's better to put less than put too much. So at least a teaspoon. I might have to adjust afterwards before I eat it, but to be on the safe side, a teaspoon, because other things have salt in them. Whole pack of sun-dried tomatoes. I got these already cut. And this here is 3 ounces. I'm going to use some garlic and onion spice blend. Probably a couple tablespoons of this. It'll offset my garlic. Let's see. Is that all the ingredients? And of course, I am going to use... Oh, it's heavy. My pot, you all. This is one of those pots. This is good. Large. Heavy. Spatula. Of course, your measuring utensils. Okay, we can go ahead and get started here with these potatoes. I'm going to just cut and dice these potatoes up. Do the same with my onions. Finish my garlic off. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. You don't have to use a pillow, you all. You can just use a knife. Does just as well. Doesn't even matter. Either way, you're going to have a little mess to clean up. That's all you need to remember. Okay. Now how potatoes are. They're never perfect. Rinse this off a little bit. Okay. Potato over here. This one here. Get stuff out the mint all the way. I'm gonna tell you one thing, that garlic smells good. Doesn't smell too good on your breath, but it smells good. These are potatoes. You see, there's different versions. I always say, just take a recipe and make it your own, because this is not my recipe, as you know. So I'm just putting my own spin to it. These onions here. Put your own spin to it. Okay. Okay, my onions. This right here. So I'll clean this stuff up here for a second. It's always good to have your bag somewhere around. Dump this stuff all in and keep it moving. Okay. They aren't gonna be that same size, you all. When I cook, I like to enjoy cooking. And if I was a chef, I would make sure everything was perfect. Last onion. Like me, when it comes to onion, you say, oh God, you got to prepare yourself for the onion. Like I said, these some strong ones, so these are probably good and fresh. I had some before that have not been fresh. They have not been good and strong. And really, these are really moist. Be strong, really moist. Oh, I think the onion's getting to my daughter's eyes. Oh my God. Just her in the background you hear, you all. It's not me. She's doing my recording here. I think I'm going to let her take a 2-minute break. I'll step away from these onions for a second. That's the onion. I'm going to tell you
Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Got a double knife. Okay, that ain't gonna work for me. Okay.
These potatoes. Okay. Okay.
Still here, you all. I'm just not trying to look at my fingers. You know? I'm still here chopping and cutting. I'm trying to keep all these fingers here. You got me too. I think I'm gonna have to take me a quick little break here. And regroup. Take a break here for a second. You gotta be able to. You gotta. What you gotta do. You gotta anticipate people's next move. Okay, we're back to doing these potatoes, you all. Finishing up these potatoes. I didn't want you to have to see me do all this cutting. Because you probably say, you know what? I don't want to see her cut these vegetables all the time. So I felt you felt that way. So I said, let me go ahead and cut these vegetables up without including you. Because you got other things to do besides food with me. And these are sweet potatoes. These are sweet potatoes. Make sure they're good and fresh and crisp. I like fresh vegetables, you all. When I'm making my dishes, make sure you use fresh vegetables. Also, if you're making like a broth, like a bone broth, you can use some of the sort of like, limpy carrots that are limp celery. But when you're doing this, make sure your vegetables are good and crisp and fresh. I mean, I don't know how we'll be using frozen vegetables because I don't use a lot of that stuff. I use fresh ones. Okay, about through with these potatoes. Once we do this, I'm going to put it in a pot with a little olive oil. We're going to saute these vegetables here. I do still have the leek to do. So we're gonna do that right quick. Okay. Okay, we'll move this all the way for this. Put this leek over here because let's get these this is the garlic, you all. Let's peel that right quick. The leek could be gritty, so I'm doing that by itself. When you cut it, you're gonna have to wash it, because if not, you're gonna be probably eating a bunch of grit, and that makes for a bad dish. If you ever had anything and you taste some grit in it, that's the meal right there. That is the meal right there. And put these garlic in on the end, and come to sauteing the vegetables, because they will burn. The onions, they will burn too, so don't forget that. Okay. Cut these up just a little bit. So when you're eating the dish, you know, you'll come across a little bits of garlic. That's a little bit, not too much. And like me, I love garlic too. Try to be careful when I'm around people about eating a bunch of garlic and stuff, because I know how it smells when people eat a lot of garlic. It's not very pleasant. Okay. Okay. Garlic in this plate. Yeah. Okay, and do that leek. That's the garlic. Set that aside. A couple little potatoes in it. This leek, you all. Cut this, I'm just cut it through the wrapper. It's up to you. I about know where to cut it. See how gritty they are? Think gritty, you all. They are gritty. Just a little bit more of that. More of that stem. Not much more of it. I think that's about it. Yeah. That part. A bit more. I think this the inner ones, inner stems. Now look at that. Let's see. Okay, one more. Okay, and everybody do the leeks different ways, you all. When I do mine, it's not a particular way you do yours. Okay. I know I'm through with that. Keep that one. Keep that. Keep that. Those are gritty. Okay. Oh, gritty. grit you can cut away. It's really gritty. See how gritty they are, you all? It's really gritty. Okay. First thing to do is try to wash as much of this off as you can before you even split it open. So I'm gonna go to the sink and wash these leaks. These leaks. Then I'll be back. Okay? Okay, you all, this is the leak. These are leaks. Okay, let's get a cup. It can be gritty sometimes. See the grit still in them? See the dirt in them like that? You have to take them to the sink and rinse them. Just when you see that. It's because you rinse them on the outside. Don't think you won't see dirt. Look at that. See? They're dirty, you all. You got to rinse them. You got to rinse the dirt off. One more here. Just want you to see that. Why I go to the sink and rinse these. The rest of the dirt out. Because you don't do that, you always going to be dirty. You're going to be cracking down on a bunch of grit. It's just little ones here I got here. Put those to the side. I'll deal with those. Okay, I'll get back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, so you gotta take it. Okay, we can just cut these leeks up. We're going to put all this stuff in my pot. That's good. That'll be in your family.
Smells like it.
My pot be bigger than. So I'm just cutting them up. Trying to keep my fingers. You gotta step away, just step away. Okay. Couple more here. Cut it. Like I said, take the recipe and make it your own. If you don't want to use all these leeks, don't use all these leeks. Just use what you want to use. Do it your way. Cut it in the kind of way you want to cut it. You can cut it this way too. You don't have to turn it the way I was turning it. So you can cut this way too. I just like cut the other way better. Get the last one cut up here. Okay. All little pieces of leek I have got over there. I think I'm gonna eat those in a salad. All the green pieces. Okay. Got these pieces here. I think I'm gonna eat those in a salad. So I'm gonna leave those for myself. Okay, now rinse my hands off. Okay, we're gonna turn the pot on.
Oh, you gonna cut it on now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Put a little oil in it. Just a little olive oil. Put in this pot. And saute these up. Vegetables. Need be, you can add a little bit more. It's up to you. Hope the burner don't start smoking. We did spill something in it. Okay, we are putting all of this in the pot here. Just a little bit, like 20 minutes or so, or look at and see the vegetables sort of shrinking down, you all. A little bit. The rest of it can stuff right all in the burner. Like I said, if you're using this right here, cut it down to a medium heat. the lid on it. Okay. Put the lid on it. Okay, got the lid on. That tastes good. Got the lid on, you all. Wants to cook down some, so get a little bit of tenderness to them, mainly the potatoes. In a few minutes, I'm going to add this garlic. I'm not going to add it right this minute. I'm going to add my garlic. Probably about 5 minutes into it, I'm going to add garlic. And then I'm going to let it cook a little bit more. I say about 15 minutes. A total of 15 minutes. And once I finish that, then I'm going to add my seasoning. We'll come back here and I'll tell you how much seasoning I'm going to add. With the seasoning, you know, we're going to add the broth, the vegetable broth to it. And all of that. And then we'll go with the other ingredients. Okay, you all. These are the dried tomatoes. These are sun-dried tomatoes. This is the garlic. I don't add mine at the same time. I don't like burnt food, you all. I don't like my stuff getting burnt. So we're going to add this here. Let this cook about another 5 minutes or so. 5 or 6 minutes. And then I'm going to add a seasoning. Thing hot. I'm going to add a seasoning. And then the broth. Okay, you all, this is just vegetable broth. And I'm gonna, this is 1 container of vegetable broth. And what I'm gonna do, okay, I'll say about 6 cups. But anyway, when it comes to my macaroni, you all, I'm gonna do a little different here. This will be about another add cup. So about 5 cups here of vegetable broth. I'm gonna let it come to a boil. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my noodles. I'm going to add this here. Add these. I'm going to add 2 cups of the shells, of the medium shells. Well, here, this is the vegetable broth, you all. Then I'm going to add my 2 cups of shell. And I want to do it this way because I want to make sure my soup is not mushy. Broth, but any brand you want, you can use. So I got like 5 cups in here. And so I would say get 232, at least 232 ounces or what, 64 ounces of vegetable broth. And I'm going to let this come to a boil. And that way it'll stop it from being mushy. In a few minutes, you're going to see me add the other ingredients to my vegetables that I have in this pot right here. But we're going to just cook this separate and we're going to pour it all in together. Cook it probably about an extra 10 minutes or something like that. Get my cup here, American cup. But you all, you can do it any kind of way you want to. If you want to do it this way or the other way, you can do it. It doesn't matter. And in another pot, I'm going to do my kale. Because I don't want anything in my soup to be mushy. 2 cups. These are the shells, medium shells. 2 cups of shells. That should be plenty enough of shells. And we're going to cook this here. If you know me, I don't like to cook my food in water. There are a few things that you're going to need to cook in water. But a lot of my foods I don't like to cook in water. So very seldom will you see me using a lot of water cooking my food. Most of the time I got some kind of, if it's not beef broth, then it's chicken broth or it's vegetable broth. We're going to let these noodles go ahead and cook. I don't have to waste your time showing you how to cook noodles with shells, or macaroni, we want to call it. You know how to cook that. So no problem with that. We can go ahead and do that. And in my other pot right here, I'm going to get that ready, and I'm going to put my, I'm going to add some vegetable broth to the pan here. And I'm going to just put some kale in this here. Let's steam a little bit here. Noodles are still cooking, and then we're going to put everything in the main pot. Show you a minute, when I add the seasoning to my vegetables here. So my noodles here. Noodles about right. About 5 more minutes. Oh, they look good. And they taste good. This is the kale chopped. Stir that up. Okay, come to a boil. This is hot here. Okay. Ready. I'm gonna taste these noodles and see what they taste like, you all. We want them done. We don't want them messy. Is it hot? A little bit. Noodles are ready. Set them aside for a minute. Okay, you all. Go ahead and add some vegetable broth here. 2. And then 3 cups there. Already got some that I have added to my noodles. If you look at my noodles. Okay, let's put this tomato paste in here. This is tomato paste, you all. About 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, give or take. Dab, little dab of do you. Okay, let's put a spoon out right there. Paprika. How much I got left anyway? Okay. We're doing like 2 tablespoons of that. Okay. Right here we got thyme leaves. I got thyme leaves, you all. Do 1 tablespoon thyme leaves. Two tablespoons of parsley flakes. Up. Okay. 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes. Okay. Got that. You all, I'm gonna hold off on the salt. Sea salt. There's 1 tablespoon, but I'm gonna hold off on that right now. This right here, what I'm giving here, you all, is garlic and onion spice blend. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of that. Garlic and onion spice blend. 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, let's see. I think we got that. I think I got everything except for the salt. We're going to add, let's add our chickpeas. Make sure you drain and rinse your chickpeas. Stir all that up. The coconut milk here, we're going to add that on the end. Coconut milk, if you can see it, we will add it on the end. Stir all that up. Also, we're going to add the kale on the end too. Let's add our noodles, macaroni noodles. Just about 10 minutes or so. Hot. Okay, there's 3 cups. Add 2 more cups of broth. Vegetable broth. Give me a second. All depends, you all. You're going to add 2 more cups. Or you can add 3 cups. Because we're making a soup here. Let's go with 3. Okay, if you're getting confused on the ingredients here, just get you 3 containers of this broth, of this vegetable beef broth. And if it's not loose enough for you all, you can also add another one. I got all these flavors in here. You can also add another cup. I'm gonna add another cup. So if you're asking how many cups, then 4, 5, 6, probably like about 6 cups. Okay, I'm gonna cover this. Let it cook and simmer for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna add my milk and my spinach to it. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna add my milk and my kale to it. I'm thinking about spinach. Okay. You all, I'm sorry. I'm going to add my kale to the soup. I don't know why I want to call it spinach. And we're gonna, let's stir this up. I gotta see what it looks like. Between a half a cup and a cup of coconut milk. I'm gonna add this half a cup and see what I got here. Add a half a cup and see what I'm working with. Oh, good. You all, it smells so good. Smell good and look good. Don't that look delicious? Smell good and look good. Smell good and look good. You don't know what you're missing. Yes. That is good. I've already tasted. You know the way I am. When I was tasting it, when I was smelling, I said, I know it's gonna be good. And it is good. And I hope you try this recipe, you all. I hope you try it. Your little dog in the background, she's saying it's good. She's saying it smells good. She's saying it's smelling good. Okay, look at that broth. Look at the. Okay. Can't pass that up, can you? Can you pass it up? I would say no. Okay. Well, let me get me a bowl and enjoy. I would say to you all, make you some so you can enjoy it too.